Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Netherwar. Thank you for sticking it out with us. I'm sorry my internet died when Kevin broke the game.
Appropriate.
Damn it,
Coincidence?
Barry! What have you done?
Yeah, did we get all of that? Do the people know what's going on?
I hope so. We're going to recap briefly. So our heroes took the fight to Dr. Tectonic, despite his very stern request to turn back or be destroyed. That's all he wanted was for you all to get out of his house. Including a very wonderful display by Mortis as he dove into Dr. Tectonic and wrested control of his subconscious away from the nanites that have infected his brain. So Dr. Tectonic might be cured. He might not be a supervillain anymore. I guess we'll find out the consequences of that. But more far-reaching, Overdrive found out that he is sick and that nether energy is being channeled through him and into the wellspring of velocity. And in Centuria's timeline, that was enough to consume him Wally West style and destroy every speedster in Earth Prime. Bad news. Bad news. Hey, that's a fun coincidence, Josie.
Yes.
Um,
Clash of Two Worlds came out 60 years ago today.
so Dave, in the interest of stopping this from happening, has grabbed his mirror shard and is attempting to use it to slice the connection between Una and himself. However, the mirror shards don't work that way. The mirror shards change who you are on a fundamental level. So, Overdrive looks into the mirror shard and feels his essence sort of coalesce and channel, similar to the way Centuria's did in Cat's initial appearance as Crazy Centuria.
Woo!
And to everybody else's appearance, Dave looks into the mirror shard, sort of blinks for a little bit, and puts the mirror shard down.
Dave? You still with us?
Isn't it? You're... he will sort of be looking at Resonant and Mortis, and then he will see Centuria and will zip over to her. Centuria's real name is Kate, correct?
Yes.
Kate played by Kat. This is what gets me confused. And we'll sweep her up in his arms and throw a kiss on that says, "I thought I'd lost you."
Oh my god! Centuria doesn't know what to do. What's...
And when he sort of pulls back, he's got tears. I thought I lost you.
What's... Okay,
I was somewhere else.
you were where?
I don't remember. Well, I'm here now, and everything's okay.
Centuria has this, like, panicked smile, and she, like, looks over at the group.
Resonance kind of like looking at that exchange and then looking over at Mortis like, uh-oh.
What about, what about Tracy, Dave?
Who's Tracy?
Okay, I'm gonna need some explanation. What the hell just happened here?
When we first went into the Nerian Nexus, we passed beyond into a Nexus, a whole bunch of different realities. We helped out a being that was trapped there. And what was supposed to be a reward, or at least maybe he thought it was a reward, maybe it's a curse, I'm not sure anymore. He left us with these shards, and they would let us rework ourselves. We assume that's why Centuria is as we know her now, because when we went into the Nexus, she wasn't. She was the one we were all used to. Dave, he just did the same thing. He was trying to purge Una's nether magic from himself, and well, maybe this was how he did it. How are you feeling, Dave?
I feel great.
Where were you before you were here?
I don't. It was very indistinct.
What's the last thing you remember before there?
I don't know. Everything is jumbled up. Like this terrible sense of loss, of despair. I mean, a lot of it's centered around you, Kate. I mean, like, well, everybody knows you're Kate, right? I mean, that's the thing. But you kind of went all, kind of emo there with the brand and the haircut and stuff. Is that everything okay?
Okay. I don't mean to break this up, Kate. I'm sorry. Dave, we're kind of in the middle of trying to get the Bloodstones of Vodka.
Bloodstones of Vodka. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
What do we got to do?
Well, we've got to get deeper into Subterra, but
okay, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to center myself here for a second, though. I need to figure out where the Lafandi invasion might be coming from and see if I can't shut that down. Do you guys want to go ahead and maybe Mortis? I could use your help, maybe.
You want us to go ahead where?
Deeper into Subterra. We're going after the Subterra King.
Okay. So do we have a direction? I mean, this is a big place.
Did we we kind of have an idea of where the Bloodstones are, right, Alex? This one specifically. I mean, we know where it's supposed to be with the king.
Yes. You know you have to find your way to Agartha, wherever that is.
Agartha.
Maybe you can find a helpful native who will be able to tell you how to get there.
If you want to scout it out a little bit, Dave.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So sort of hold Kate's hand a second. I'll be back shortly. And then off he goes.
I'm gonna look at Mortis. I'm never using my shard.
So what now? Overdrive's been replaced by this Overdrive from another timeline, like our Centuria was replaced or altered. I mean, what's happened to our Overdrive? What's happened to this universe's Centuria?
I don't know.
You're gonna find out, though.
Yeah.
Centuria, what happened to the Overdrive from your timeline?
So he got absorbed into the... Sorry, Centuria and also Cat are sort of like, my brain is everywhere.
The wellspring of velocity.
Yep. That he got absorbed into the wellspring of velocity, and as far as I know, he died.
I wonder if that's where our Overdrive went.
If the mirror shards aren't one use, there's a possibility that they can come back. That's without doing any more research, and just looking into the thing is dangerous, apparently. So I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to be able to figure out anything more. Maybe I can talk to Sala when we get back, but we've got two pressing issues to deal with.
Right. Well, we're just gonna have to hope that wherever they are, they're at least some semblance of safe.
Right.
She's where I was. She's not.
Then wherever they are, hopefully they at least have each other for now. We are gonna have to deal with these Bloodstones first.
Right. Guys, head off with Overdrive when he comes back. Mortis and I are going to see about what we can do to stop the incursion.
All right. Keep your comms on. We'll let you know what he says when he comes back.
Okay.
You all are awesome. I saw all of that in comic book panel format. Especially the if she's where I was, she's not.
Cut to wherever Centuria the other Centuria really is. Cut
Yeah,
to
that's for the readers to see. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Please see Centurion Overdrive number 25.
Doing comic books.
Oh, I thought this would be like a tie-in.
It's a
Centurion
crossover.
Overdrive book. Gotta get all the tie-ins.
Please see a special episode, Fast Friends, episode 1 of 2.
Fast friend.
All right. Whew.
This is intense.
How am I supposed to keep going? Okay. So Overdrive, you're sort of zipping around, scouting out the area. Please give me a speed check +2.
Okay, +2.
And go ahead and add 2 speed ranks to your character, just in general.
I think when we get back, we might want to have Resident crash at my house. Because explaining this to Chase is going to be very complicated.
You want me to crash at your place?
No, sorry, Overdrive.
29.
We are all dismissing everybody's names.
I meant to say that to Resident, which is why I messed it up.
So Overdrive, you're sort of zipping around, getting used to joints in your body again. And you're going faster than you've ever gone before. This feels great. You sort of zip throughout Subterra, passing miles and miles of tunnels and terrain, until, sure enough, you do find sort of a centralized hub about 500 miles away that is Agartha. You're sort of in this massive centralized chamber. You can see this rolling green topaz and gold city sort of roll out throughout the caverns with lots of serpent-style statues, pyramids, lots of small, yellow, blind monsters is probably the best word to describe them, sort of shuffling around. There's a lot of cleanup going on. It looks like there was a big fight here recently.
Oh. Any sign of the Terra King himself?
No, but you do see his palace in the center of the city itself.
Well, having found the city, then I will zip back to the others.
Awesome. Meanwhile, with the others, Mortis and Resonant, you all sort of walk me through what's going on.
Yeah, so we need to figure out where the incursion is coming from. So I'm imagining if we pool our magical senses together, we should be able to pinpoint that location. We're doing the magical dowsing rod thing.
Sounds reasonable to me.
So, do you want to aid me on an expertise magic check there, Jonesy?
Certainly. I will be happy to do that.
Alright.
I got an 18.
That is a successful aid. You will add +2 to Resonance roll.
Which I've added into the roll here.
Beautiful.
As a 30.
Excellent. So with the 30, as you're sort of focusing on these gemstones, trying to figure out where they sort of lead to, you pick up the stones, all the violet gems all through here. You pick up a couple things. You pick up that they are synthetic. It seems they have been constructed by the Lefandi, and they are clearly from that dimension rather than Earth. They seem to be a hybrid gemstone, with some Earth elements and some Lefandi elements interwoven to help bridge the gap between Lefandi and Earth Prime. You also are able to figure out that they have nodes of these things set up all throughout Subterra, at least this portion of it. Subterra kind of encompasses the entirety of the Earth, so it's a little hard to say everywhere, but within like a 500-mile radius, you are able to pick up nodes of these stones. Not all of them are active, but they have all been planted within the last 6 months. You get that strong feeling. You also pick up a high dose of Lefandi magic from this area that you're standing in now, and a node off to the southwest. You think maybe that is the location that they teleported to.
Okay. These poor crystals. I think I've narrowed it down. I think they're to the southwest. With that general feeling, can I alternity atlas us there?
You can certainly try. You know, the last time you tried to do anything with the Alternate Atlas in Subterra, things went a little wonky.
True. Okay, so we'll just kind of head off in that direction then.
Okay. Overdrive does return at this point from the northeast, which is the way that Agartha is.
Okay. Sort of a lingering stare at Centuria with a little wistful smile. I found the city. It's about 500 miles from here. If you're all ready for the freight train, I can carry us all.
Well, how did the city look?
Beat up. It looked like they had a fight. I didn't see the Terror King. I could see his palace. The city looked pretty wrecked.
No Bloodstone either?
I didn't see it, but I didn't spend a lot of time looking. Having found the city rather than just the way to the city, I wanted to come back and get you all.
I'm worried it might already be gone. Any one of the other competitors could have come and taken it while we were in the middle of something else.
Well, I can have us there in less than 6 seconds if you want to buckle up.
Possibly. How long will it take for the Lofandi soldiers to teleport back home now that they've ported away from us?
I don't know much about their teleport speed. I couldn't answer that.
Oh, I was kind of directing that to...
It probably wouldn't take them long. Because we're doing this over the comms, I'm assuming.
Oh, are we not, like...
No, we left
together.
No, we left to go handle the problem.
Oh, I thought you were doing your thing in the chamber we were all still in.
We left right before he came back.
Oh,
I
I figured Overdrive got there before you guys really went
Oh,
too far.
Yeah,
okay,
I
all
thought
right.
that's what Alex said. That we were having a little confab.
All right, yeah. Sorry, my bad. It shouldn't take them long, but to come back with any sizable force, if they weren't ready, that'll take longer. I have no idea how big of a force my uncle could have created. Everything is wrong.
Well, let's get to
There.
Agathor and see if we can beat him to the punch.
Well, I want to stop the Lafandi from coming through in any kind of force. The teleport location, the node that's where the dimensional barrier is weakest is the southwest, not too far away. Can you get us there?
Sure, direct me.
All right. I guess we'll zip off in that direction with Overdrive pulling us all along, and I'll tell him when to stop.
Awesome. Yeah, Overdrive's able to zip you all through the tunnels, and you were... Resident, you get the feeling that the Wafandi energy here is very strong as you're getting closer and closer to the node that you were thinking of. There's even more of these violet gemstones sort of embedded in much larger concentrations and clumps, even bigger formations as well, some as tall as a person, some about as big around as 20, 30 feet even. Until you start seeing these banners. They're black banners with red sigils on them. Andy, if your family's house had a crest, what would it look like?
Oh, jeez. The crest would be... I'm trying to think something related to... it would be a band. So like a bracelet, but you're seeing it from a vertical perspective. And you can see a multitude of gemstones kind of set through it. And then on either side of that are basically like kind of like like behind it is kind of like this interwoven almost Celtic style knot. But obviously the band stands out significantly. The knot weaves through it and up and below it, but not to the point where it like overtakes the band itself.
Awesome. You are seeing your symbol, your house's symbol, in this black and red, almost fascistic style. And if there was a Lafandi presence here, they seem to have cleared out. The banners are left up. There's a couple of tents around, but it looks like the soldiers themselves have gone.
Okay. And I can kind of tell that the barrier here is
It's
is
thin.
it being held? Is it being held open by the crystals themselves?
You think so?
Okay. Well, I have to purge this. I have to. Home. It's been so long. It's right on the other side of that barrier, but
Are you sure you want to purge it right now? This
if I don't purge this now, and they come back with a force capable of whatever Brilliance, of what Brilliance said that they wanted to do, and they just pop up out of nowhere, I don't know. Maybe I can stopgap it instead. Just make it so they can't come through instead of purging it. But there has to be another location. I didn't come through down here. I came out somewhere in Freedom City. That was so long ago.
So, just see if you can plug the hole for now. It might not be worth it to cut off your only way back home if that's something you still want.
I'm gonna have to go home at some point, and my uncle has to pay for what he's done. There has to be a reckoning. I have to rescue my mom, at least. Okay. So, can I power stunt my nullify then, Alex? Because I don't...
Yes, you can. You don't have to pay anything for it, because I think it's cool, thematically and story speaking.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're just able to succeed at this because you are the Master Mage of LaFondie.
Okay, so yeah, basically what I'm doing is I'm putting the no one can pass through this gate save for me and my friends aura around it.
Excellent.
And I don't consider, and I do not consider Brilliance or my uncle and his soldiers my friends.
Awesome. I love it.
That's gonna drain Resonant for a little bit, and she's gonna kind of toddle back a little bit, just kind of put her hand to her forehead. Okay, that'll do it for now. Can you get us to Agartha?
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
gonna,
Hold on,
take a
everybody.
break. Just gonna take a break.
I'll kind of try to shift Resonant like in the speed wake so she's not like getting the blurring passageways. Maybe she can just relax on the brief span of time it'll take us to get there. And I'll try to deliver us to a place maybe that's not being reconstructed, so we're less likely to be seen.
Yeah, you're able to get everybody up on a bluff that sort of overlooks the whole subterranean city. And you can clearly, from your vantage point, make out the wave of destruction that sort of passed up the main street, up into the palace itself, and you could see sort of smoke and crumbling stone. Yeah, you sort of you're in the interior of a vast cavern filled with a strange and ancient city of stone towers and serpentine archways. A grand palatial structure looms nearby, and it's not difficult to see where Granite has gone, or which way they went, as there are unconscious bodies scattered around the stone pavement. The forms are not human, however, they're small, spindly fingers with yellowish, hairless skin, clad in kilts with odd-looking pikes and clubs tossed around. A trail of combat leads to the front doors of the looming building in the center, with its massive double doors smashed in by a great force.
Well, at least it's not hard to realize where he went. Well, we've got to stop him before it's too late.
Are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
Overdrive, are you okay to fight? I know you just came from the void.
I feel great. I mean, I'm a little fuzzy about where I was, but everything's okay now, Kate. I'm ready for whatever needs to be done.
Okay, and then she's gonna just take off in the direction that all of the destruction is in, and she wants to get a little bit ahead of everybody, and then she wants to take Davy out of her pocket and be like, "What do you think of this, Dave?"
He does not answer you.
Excuse me?
That is extra
Is
disconcerting.
this Dave? I'll shake him a little bit and ask him again.
There's no response.
It's not even a magic 8-ball anymore.
Boy.
Ooh, Alex.
I don't know,
Cheeky,
Andy.
cheeky.
That was a pretty evil laugh that you just pulled off, Andy. I'm more worried about Andy right now than anything else is going on.
Hey,
Like, that was
not the
truly
one-
sinister. That was sinister.
I'm not the one looking in mirror shards, man.
Technically, neither am I.
Yeah.
Technically, you're correct. That's kind of correct.
That's kind of correct. That's right.
Ah, cheeky bastard, you, Alex. Anyways,
Yeah, so we see the path where he smashed his way in, and there's a path where he smashed his way out. Did I understand it? Or
I don't think we've gotten that far yet.
Oh, so he's just in there. Okay.
You don't see a path out. You do see that there has been a smash in.
Okay. I don't know.
Well,
Stealth
Kate's
mode.
rushed on ahead of us. The rest of you guys want to ride to the battlefront?
I don't think it's that far. You can fly.
For
Well.
yourself.
Bowman.
What?
Yeah, okay, I'll take that ride.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, this overdrive is actually the bow cycle.
Rude.
He's been brought to life by dark magic.
Spooky, everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's just fine.
All right. Hold on, Fletch. We're going in. And off we go.
Awesome.
How are we gonna explain this to Tracy?
Who's Tracy?
Why
You're
not?
already. We're not.
Maybe
Yeah.
this Dave has super hearing. You don't even know.
His vibrational powers.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not vibe.
All about sound waves.
I'm the Swiss Army knife of the game, not you.
All right.
No, I'm the Swiss Army knife. No, I'm Spartacus.
So, Centuria, you arrive first because you're going fast and ahead. You do fly into this large pyramid structure, which you assume to be a palace. You land in this hallway. Along the way, you see lots of smashed columns and things, and you see several of these small yellowish figures cleaning up the mess that's in here. And the very far end, sitting up on a throne, you see this figure. And he looks sad.
Okay.
Kinda.
She will speak into her comm since not everyone is there yet, and will say there's some weird mummy zombie looking dude sitting on a throne here. Do you want me to hit him?
No.
Let's
Not yet.
talk. Let's talk first if we can. You don't see any sign of granite, right?
Just destruction, but no, I don't see him here.
Okay.
With his own comm on mute, Overdrive will sort of turn back to Bowen. Did she just ask if she should hit it? Is everything all right with Kate?
I'm probably the last person you should ask.
I forgot you do that thing with your voice. Oh, okay. I'll ask somebody else later then.
What thing?
Oh no, he doesn't even know he's doing it.
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, there's that forlorn figure at the end of the hallway. You all sort of arrive in the throne room at this point. And he barely lifts his head to look at all of you. What's this? More surface dwellers here to take out all of their frustrations on the poor Terror King and his subjects.
No, we're searching for Granite. We're trying to stop him. Obviously, we're too late.
He has come and he is gone, and he has taken one of my wonderful trinkets.
So he did take the Bloodstone.
He took my stone. Who are you that would come through here? You reek of gem magic.
I'm Resonant.
Are you one of those stormtroopers coming to take more of my people away?
No. In fact, I've kept them from coming back through. At least for now.
He kind of looks up and cocks his head towards you with that creepy mask on. How have you done this?
I've manipulated the magic between the dimensional barrier, between their world and ours.
And you are a wizard of some kind.
I don't wear a hat. Just the hood.
What about your friends? Are they wizards too?
In a way. Except for Bowman.
I'm
That's
not a
fair.
wizard.
I don't know that. What?
No, but if I heard you say that, then I would say that.
Wait a minute, you there with the bow and arrow, come forward.
He'll squint, but he'll just take a step forward.
Closer where I can see you. It's dark down here.
I kind of prefer the dark. But he'll still take another step into the light.
Then you would fit in perfectly down here with all of my friends, all of my subjects. Are you Bowman from the Freedom League?
I am.
Are you a friend of Daedalus's?
With notes, is that gonna be a bad thing to this guy?
You can roll a Freedom City or a history check if you want.
Oh, I don't have those things.
You don't know. Daedalus has an inflammatory effect on people.
Yeah. Friend is a strong word. More like acquaintances. Colleagues.
It's the shirt, yo.
I am an ally of Daedalus. Sure.
Well, that is unfortunate. Are all of your friends friends with you and Daedalus?
Friend might be a stretch.
Stretch is a fitting word.
I'm not sure if I can use this guy.
All of you, as friends of Daedalus, are hereby sentenced to die for trespassing.
Terra King, stop. We're on our way out. We came to stop Granite. Obviously we failed. We can go catch him. We can go put a stop to him. I've kept anyone else from entering your realm and kidnapping your people. Does that mean nothing to you?
Roll a persuasion check.
I also mention. Can I also mention your troops are injured or decimated, and we can take Granite down if we're able to find him.
I'll give Resonant a +2 for a circumstance for the persuasion.
I will re-roll that because rolling a 2 is not fun.
You have a +15 to persuasion.
With the 2 you gave me, yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
There you go. There's the 34.
There it is.
You forgot. I'm the leader. I'm the Donna Troy.
No, leader.
You make a compelling argument. Although not all of my soldiers are inept. There is one who could stop you if I asked them.
Why would you want to when we're here to stop your real enemy?
Will you return my Bloodstone to me?
I can't speak to that. I'm not
I
sure
just
what
got here.
I just got here. I'm not sure what the overall plan is.
It is a valuable treasure to the Subterran people.
Yeah,
I
so
may-
I'm just sort of looking askance at the others like, somebody take this.
The last time I dealt with a surface hero, he gave it back to me.
Did you deal with Adrian Eldritch?
That was his name. He was a wizard too.
Yes, he was. It may very well be possible for us to do the same. I have to double check to make sure that these stones will not be able to fall into the wrong hands again before I can do that, though.
Then I will commute your sentence to a later time.
You are a wise and generous king.
Or I roll a bluff. That was a bunch of crap.
Did when Granite took the stone, did he disappear in a puff of sulfur and fire?
He did. That didn't seem like something he was supposed to be able to do.
No.
And no one is supposed to be able to teleport in or out of this palace.
That explains so much.
There are ancient wardings throughout Subterra that make it difficult to pass through the veil.
Granite did not come of his own volition. He came at the behest of another.
Then you will return my stone for me, at the behest of me.
Can you lift the ward so that we can leave by teleport? Or do you have another way for us to exit your realm in an expeditious manner?
He stands up, and he's sort of like bent over, almost like Gollum style, with his little staff as he leans on it and sort of shuffles down the stairs. And he makes this strange sort of gravelly crackling noise that some of the yellow spindly men leap to attention to. They run into the back of another room in the throne room, and he says, "One moment, please." And they come back out after a couple of seconds, and they are carrying this long, very old and moth-eaten tabard with a yellow serpent on the breast. And he takes that in his little hand, and he walks over to you, Resonant. He stands almost to your belly button. And he lifts this thing up and he says, "Put this on. It will denote you as a knight of Subterra."
Expertise magic check on this thing.
Sure.
35.
Well, it is definitely magical. It does seem to have the ability to bypass the wards that he was mentioning. There does appear to be some mind control magic weaved into it as well.
That was something I was afraid of.
You think somebody with a sufficient will could overcome it, but that's between you and the D20, not me.
Yeah, I know. Alright, take one for the team.
All right,
Takes a lot
Resonant.
for the team.
Resonant puts on this musty old knight's tabard, and as she puts it on, the serpent glows yellow, and all of you can hear a hiss noise emanating from the clothing itself. Resonant, please make a will save for me.
Yep. Reroll. 23.
With a 23, you feel a particular compulsion to go and accomplish this thing for the Terror King. You're not mind controlled, but you feel gassed if you had to use a D&D spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he looks up at you and he waves his little clawed hand. He says, "Go forth, my champion, and bring back my stone."
Yeah.
Complication.
And he'll turn around and shuffle back over to his throne and sit down.
And I'll turn Eddie Atlas us back to Freedom City.
Beautiful. You're back in Freedom City. I had so many plans for tonight that did not go the way I thought they were going to go.
Is it the same day, or is it like morning of the next day at this point? Or I don't know where our timeline is.
It is late afternoon at this point.
Okay,
Going
well,
into
I see.
evening. Going into evening.
Okay.
What would you all like to do?
So we obviously can't give them back the stone.
I'd have to. Eldritch did.
And look how that turned out.
And that's how
Eldritch
we
did
got
a lot of things. Look, they've already proven they can't contain it.
If the other ones are in a place where they can't be touched, one out in the world is not going to hurt.
One is still too much for me. If we can find a way to help them secure it, fine. But until such a time, we can't give them back their stone.
We don't have it to give it back at this point, so this is a moot conversation. Until we have them, we need to get to the other one now.
The Conda, right?
Yep.
All right.
Bowman, did you have a contact there, right?
I did. Already spoke to them and told them to secure the stone as best they can.
Better let them know that we're coming, so they don't.
I'll let them know that Fletch's friend Bowman is coming with some of his pals.
Oh, okay. It's that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Not a Bowman contact, it's a Fletch.
Yeah.
What happened?
I can make something up. Unless, of course, you all want to show up there with
No.
Fletch Beaumont.
No.
No.
I think
No.
we'll keep making you talk like this for as long as possible.
You've got a water flask on that belt of yours, don't you?
Water
throat,
arrow.
Your throat has to be sore.
Again, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes. And the flask is on the belt, thank you. You can't put a water bottle on an arrow. I know, I've tried.
All right, well, let's go then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna like look over new Overdrive a bit. And there's nothing he can do about it, so
Awesome.
Kind of cool.
yeah, let's go.
So you are going to go to Takana. Here we go.
We're not going until Fletch has made the call and it's quote safe for us to get there without being shot on sight for violating all sorts of boundaries and everything else.
True.
That's a good point.
Perfect. All
I'm not just showing up there unannounced.
What's up?
What's up, energy spear to the chest? Ow!
Man, the Dora Milaje really don't like it when you show up unannounced.
Oh man, what am I gonna say?
Well, while Fletch is making the call, Overdrive is gonna try and talk to Resonant. Like, I realized obviously something strange must have happened. But like, what's up with Kate and Fletch?
Oh,
What's going on?
it is a. It's a long story. Kate. Okay.
I mean, she seems very different.
Yeah. You remember the fight we had with Una, and
Yeah.
when we lost 7.
Yeah.
Okay. There. You know about multi-timeline theory?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So there was a timeline where we didn't win.
Oh.
Yeah. And Kate lived in that timeline until she came here. She went.
So that's not my Kate?
Well, actually, it very well might.
Unknown.
It might be, but she spent 10 years without you.
Oh.
Um,
I mean, I don't know how long I was without her. Like, there's a lot that's still kind of fuzzy to me.
Because you're not our overdrive.
Yeah.
What do you mean I'm not your overdrive?
That mirror shard.
Loki and Speedy?
That
I
mirror
saw
shard.
the mirror shard, but what was that?
We were given that shard from a being that was in between dimensions inside the Nerian Nexus. He said
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't think it happened in your timeline.
Oh. Okay.
He said it would allow us, if we looked into it and made a wish or made a thought to become something different, something better, it could change us. Our overdrive, you looked into it when we told you that Una, her nether magic had seeped into the wellspring of velocity.
Really?
Yeah. And when he looked up, he was you.
Can I vibe the wellspring, Alex? Is that something I can?
Yeah, you sure can.
All right. Does anything seem out of place?
Definitely does not feel like your wellspring.
Oh boy.
So
You feel lost. You feel a little unanchored from it.
That's not good.
So to that end, until we figure out what's going down, I think you need to crash at my place when we're not on a mission.
Okay.
Because your overdrive, you and our overdrive have one distinct difference that we know of so far.
Okay.
He had a fiance named Tracy.
Girlfriend.
Oh, is that who Kate was?
So
So I don't live with Kate in this reality. We're not together.
Nope.
No.
Oh my god, someone tell him I'm not happy about that. You're breaking his heart.
it's complicated.
Yeah.
She was definitely like, you asked if she was your Kate. We were pretty sure she is, but she just, now she had lost you. She's getting you back. She's probably really, really confused emotionally, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So.
Question for Alex.
Yeah.
Can I make some sort of expertise, occult, or magic check? This overdrive doesn't recall, like, he was elsewhere before here. Was he dead before here?
You know what? Mortis is particularly suited to asking that question.
That's why I'm asking.
You don't even have to roll, Mortis. He was dead before he came here.
Was he in Davy then?
Oh.
Is the question.
You haven't told us anything's wrong with Davy.
I know, that's because Centuria is still trying to figure out what's wrong with Davy. Y'all don't
What's
even
in
know
there
that
now?
Davy is real.
Yeah.
He's real to you, and that's okay.
Still in my heart.
It's the only thing that matters. Mortis, something wrong?
No.
She's gonna give you the side eye, like, I can tell something's wrong.
I am lying through my freaking teeth, and you know it.
Yep. Okay. All right. The look says we are having words.
Well, yeah, and Overdrive is not picking up the full subtext, but like he's looking back and forth between the two, like, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm a little uneasy about it, but
After
okay.
we're done with Takana, we're gonna have an entire role-playing episode just to sort all of this.
Narrated by Fletcher Beaumont.
Fletch is busy. He's got that date with Sophie to plan.
Oh my.
That's why I
think
needed to
you're
know
gonna
what day it
You're gonna
is.
slip and you're gonna use that voice with Sophie, and then the cat's out of the bag.
Oh.
Why
Maybe
do
you
you
should just
sound like
find it
Christian
like
Bale?
super sexy and it'll help your cause. Probably not, but maybe.
Is the cat out of the bag?
Yeah, was the cat ever in the bag?
I don't know. We haven't figured it out.
Maybe she's a minx.
Life model decoy.
Oh, are we ready to go?
I'm waiting for Fletch to give us the A-OK to teleport into Takana.
Sure, I'll make that call to Gawaji Habimana, Internal Security Director. I don't know the exact nature of our relationship, but it's enough that'll take that they'll take my calls. So
Yeah, go ahead.
Good.
You call Director Habimana, and he will answer and say, Beaumont, how are you?
Good. Hey, I'm just calling to if we're in the Freedom Hall, he'll take the mask off. I'm assuming we're not gonna secure part of the Freedom Hall, of course. But anyway, he'll take the mask off and be like, hey, yeah, I'm just calling about that stone I was calling about before, the one I asked if you could, help secure and stuff. Were you able to do that?
Yeah, we had an issue with the water guy a little bit ago. High or
Right.
low, Fletch?
Oh no.
Go high-low gets another time.
Feeling pretty optimistic. I'm gonna say high and cross my fingers.
Yay!
And we were able to prevent him from stealing it.
Perfect. Excellent. That is great news. I knew you could
He
handle
was
it.
gonna steal the Bloodstone, but then Calvin got high.
Yeah, so tell me what happened to the water guy. Did you were you able to capture him, or did he get away or something like that?
He escaped, but we were able to keep the stone. He disappeared in a
Reacted
puff of
sponges.
smoke.
Okay, interesting. So that security, is it all damaged or anything, or do you think you'll be secured? Maybe it wouldn't be too terrible an idea if someone kind of took that stone off your hands for a bit, maybe move it to a different location.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, sure.
All I will say is White Lioness is out there looking for Professor Fathom. When she finds him, there's going to be hell to pay. 23. You know what? That is just enough. Says I understand you're working with the Freedom League Dark right now.
Yeah. Look, I was at this museum, and then a bunch of people broke in. One of them was that water guy, and I ran into the Freedom League, that one archer guy on the team, Bow Man or something like that. Well,
Bow, man.
yeah. Well, we started a bit of a conversation after everything died down. He mentioned there were a bunch more of these things, and it sounded familiar. So I called you, and it looks like everything worked out perfectly. He's kind of breathing down my neck right now. He wants to move the thing to a different location. So if you could just help me out with that.
Yeah, certainly. If you want to send one of your friends to come pick it up, I'll make sure that there's airspace available for them.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'll send Bowman down. He'll probably bring a few of his Freedom League friends, and we'll just get everything wrapped up. This is a huge favor. I owe you one. I owe you more than one. I owe you 1 dozen.
Well, just tell Bowman I hope he appreciates it.
I'm sure he will.
Resident's gonna go make sure we can teleport in.
Oh, yeah, real quick. How are you for teleporting?
Not within the bounds of Dakana, but I can meet you outside.
Okay. Good to know. They'll meet you outside of the city then.
Yeah, he'll send you
I'll let 'em-
coordinates.
All right. I'll let him know.
Okay. Got coordinates, which means we can alternate Atlas there.
Sure can.
So he'll hang up and pull the mask on and then say, "We're good to go."
There's the voice thing.
What voice thing?
Oh, can you not talk in your normal voice when the mask is on? Like, I'm confused. As someone who doesn't wear a mask, I'm very confused.
We're confused. Half our team is from another timeline, and you're the one who's confused.
He's one
Yes.
of them. The
Hey, it's only 2/5 of the team that's from another timeline. I'm from a different dimension.
Yeah, but you were always from a different dimension.
True.
Okay.
We're gonna need a flow chart here soon.
I'll start drawing
I
on the
feel
wall
like
behind me.
Attack.
All right, so we can teleport to the security officer and retrieve the Bloodstone.
Yeah, I've got the coordinates.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll yada yada that a little bit. You're all able to go down there, grab the Bloodstone, come on back.
And
Easy.
yeah.
Hang on. I have several things to do. No, I mean, I was going to try to sneak a Dawker Crystal out of there, but I feel like that's not going to be super easy.
Wow.
You're not even going into this into the
Wow.
city. We're not even going into the bounds of the place. So no.
Oh, are you like? Oh, I thought you were yada yadaing the whole thing. Never mind.
Yes, yeah, I'm yada yadaing the whole thing.
So before you yada yada the whole thing, Alex, once we get the stone, I'm gonna tell the group. I think we're going back to the Nexus with all of the Bloodstones there. Professor Fathom, Granite. We're all gonna have to show up there to get it. At least this time, the Nexus isn't unprotected.
You guys have 2 of them. They have 2 of them.
We have 3 of them, don't we?
I think you guys have 2. You have the Antarctica one and the Takana one. Subterra is with the Factor 4. The museum one's with the Factor 4. The Freedom City one, the university one, is with Dr. Azov.
Right.
But technically, we're tied for first.
Sorry.
Technically, we're tied for first.
Yes.
You two
That's
and
what
one?
we're trying to do first.
I did not hear what you said.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
So what's our grand plan? Since I've only been here a couple hours.
Well,
Nexus. We're going to this Nexus place.
Yeah.
Did you not have one of those?
I don't remember going to a Nexus again, but my memory's a little spotty, kind of jumbled up.
Right. You remember Sala?
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to see Sala.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. It's never one for all this magic heebity-jeebity, but Sala can help sort that out.
Yeah, we can agree on that at least.
We get another Bloodstone into the Nexus, and power should be enough to bring our foes to us, I would think. At least I hope so. I'm not really sure I want to leave the Nexus just to its wards in Sala if we have to go off and try to pry the other stones from the Factor 4 and Nightfire or Dr. Azar.
We can draw out Nightfire or Azoth, then hopefully we can find where they've hidden the stones. Or track them back to their own locations.
I really don't want to try that with Nightfire again. You remember what happened the last time?
Yeah, we'll have to think of something else to do that with.
Yeah.
Think a tracker arrow will fall off when he teleports?
Probably.
You get
Alright.
some holy water arrows.
What was that about a water bottle not working on an arrow?
How do you
Boy,
make a
let's
holy
work on this
water
one.
arrow? You boil
I
the hell
mean-
out of it.
Wow.
I thought you were literally asking.
He just gets one of those, one of the shakers. Puts it on the end of the arrow and just...
Yeah.
It sprinkles everywhere as it flies off.
Yep.
Um,
Oh
Awesome.
man, I'm
So
going to hell.
You all return back to the Nerian Nexus with the Bloodstone that you had access to. You see Sala is there. He's set up a table and he's got a bunch of maps everywhere and he's got some scrying crystals out that he's sort of... Looks like he feels bad about losing the one that he lost, so he's been trying to find the others.
Sala,
Oh, it's good to see you again, Resident. And what did you do to Overdrive?
he looked
What?
into a mirror shard.
What do you mean? What?
We had that conversation.
Sala on me?
There's magic
He is-
around you.
I'm
What?
standing behind Overdrive with the
Stop.
It's the same kind of
Magic?
magic that's around Centuria, actually.
Oh. Well, maybe it's love.
What are you doing, Sala?
Yeah. I'm so.
I'm trying to recover from what Overdrive just said right now.
And that's why Overdrive. Break the GM. Overdrive, what is best in life? To cross the GM, to drive him before you, to hear the lamentations of the women.
I've been researching ritual sites associated with Vaka, and I found something. And he sort of pores over a couple of maps. He says, I found the mouth of Vaka, which is a hidden volcano in the Middle East. It's an arcane furnace that can destroy magic artifacts. I think Nightfire and Azoth are planning to use this to destroy the Bloodstones. Which,
Why would they?
I know
why
that
would they try to
sounds like
destroy
a
them?
thing. All of that magical energy needs to go somewhere when it's destroyed. And I'm betting
no.
he set it up to flow right into him. It might even be enough power for him to claim the title of Master Mage and take control of Earth's magic.
Can we
No.
change where that power goes if we destroy these things?
Maybe. It would be it would be dangerous.
Remember, Seven's technically still alive, guys. If
Wait,
this
what?
you, oh gosh, yeah. Sorry, Overdrive.
When were you going to tell me?
Now, it
Thanks.
It's only been a couple hours.
it's only been a couple hours. If the magic gets destroyed, if the bloodstones get destroyed and the energy goes somewhere, and if it could go into the master mage, remember Seven is fighting Una for control.
If we can power up with the stones, would she be able to break free and come back home?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust the energy to go to her now. We can't let the stones be destroyed. That's way too much magical energy to go anywhere. Eldritch didn't destroy them. He could have done the exact same thing. There's a reason he didn't.
Yeah, that power is not. It's tainted. I mean, if it goes into her,
It could just power Una. It could do worse.
yep.
So until we figure out how to use it to power Serena, we'll have to just, I guess, secure them. Fine. Can we secure these two here? And then go grab the other three?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. President will hand over the one we got from Dakana to Sala.
They just gave this to you?
We asked nicely.
I can't believe that worked.
Neither can we.
Yeah.
Is there a specific time or place or date or any other requirements for this ritual?
As you
Yes, mouth.
say that, Mortis, you do notice the scrying stones that Sala had laid on the table. They each begin to glow red, the same red as the bloodstones, and they float up off of the different spots they were on the map of the world, and they all converge in the Middle East, slamming into each
course.
other.
Of course they do.
And Sala turns around and he says, "I think that's probably them."
Right. Okay. Everyone really ready for a little trip to an arcane furnace?
Do it.
Yeah.
Mortis rubs where the soul vault and some planet in his chest. Sure. Why
Wait.
not?
Wait, before we go, Sala, do you have any kind of ritual or spell for heat resistance? For those of us not Centuria?
Weak.
I'll be fine.
Overdrive gives Kate a curious look at that.
Ooh.
Who is this?
That was more cat.
He'll hand out some bracelets that can mitigate environmental conditions for all of you.
Friendship bracelets.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
He says,
80s
well,
rock!
he does say, but I think
Fish.
damn it, I've been so good about it. The problem was this line of text in the module says the word "but," so I got screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
He does add, but the ritual needs 5 sacrifices to work. So keep an eye out for other magical gems that he could be trying to sacrifice, or other artifacts that he might try to sacrifice.
Yeah, looks down at my chest. Okay.
Maybe I should sit this one out, says Mortis.
The walking magic artifact. Yeah.
Resident is very happy that her gems are not magic themselves. Because that's 6.
As long as no one brings an extra magic gem, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And your magic arrows.
What
I don't
about
have time to do that.
what about our spear and magic helmet?
Spirit magic helmet. Okay. Yeah, no, my suit can protect me, but thanks for the offer.
Take a friendship bracelet for him anyway, says Sala.
Fine.
It's like, where do you get such wonderful toys?
They're just sort of around. It's a magic house.
Internet.
No, that was more at Fletch.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we have
Well-
a desert camo Bowman action figure that we could sell on top
Yep.
of the Arctic one.
Yes.
Of course.
All right. Oh, wish us luck, Sala.
You're gonna need it. Be careful.
Or were we ever? And before he can answer, I blip us.
Awesome. So, you blip everybody out, and you all appear. The heat hits you as you appear on the broad ledge of black stone, overlooking a boiling pit of molten rock. The air above it shimmers with heat, and there are rising tendrils of volcanic gases and narrow branches of solidified rock stretch across the pool. Sheer black glass walls rise around it and above you on all sides, save ledges carved into the glossy surface. The three members of the Factor 4 stand around the space alongside one more. A tall man in a white hood with a cross across it, and a large rictus smile with jagged claws, looking down at all of you with a sneer. He says, "Welcome to the maw of Vaka, the Great Devourer. You're just in time for dinner, deviants." And that's where we're going to pause for next week's episode.
Man, I want to beat this guy up.
Me
President
too.
is looking over at Mortis and being like, "Okay, don't fall for it right off the bat, please."
Wow. What a session. I'm tired now.
That was a lot of stuff.
So much GM energy expended.
Hopefully
Luckily,
that
our-
affects his dice rolls for next session. Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Luckily, our GM goes to 11.
So, yeah, everybody, we will be wrapping up Pentagram Peril next week as the heroes go to vanquish Nightfire, the Factor 4, and probably Dr. Azoth's sticking around here somewhere close by.
Factor 3.
Yeah, the Factor 3,
Factor
because
3.
you all arrested Pyre and severed his connection with Nightfire. That's too bad. Yeah, so we
Funny,
have a big ritual. We've got lots of bad guys. It's going to be exciting, I'm sure.
Keep the fire guy from the volcano. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that was a smart move. So next week will be a very exciting climactic battle, very similar to what happened at the end of the Terminus arc, where anybody could die or have their magical artifacts destroyed and then die
Or die again.
or die again.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, you're not going to want to miss it. Everybody tune in next week. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. As for other announcements, we do have Blue Rose tomorrow, our Tales of the Finest game. We will be continuing on. I'm so glad to be back playing as Drake this week after missing last week. And then Wednesday, Monster of the Week will be back. So we have a lot of good stuff. Also, our podcast on Friday, Something Dragons. I do want to give everybody a chance to go around and say goodbye and plug anything they want to plug. And then we'll get on out of here. Starting with Kevin.
Well, I'm Kevin. I'm here Monday nights for all the Mutants and Masterminds all the time. You should check those other shows out. And I can't plug anything because I've already #not sponsored my superhero Hershey bars. So, yeah, this is... Wow. I just never know what's coming next in this game. That's what keeps me coming back. Over to you, Jonesy.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. I am Jonesy. I'm here tonight, obviously. I'll be back tomorrow night as the GM for our Tales of the Finest Blue Rose 5e game. Plug. Currently there's a Kickstarter for the 5th edition version of Blue Rose. This is the mass market printing. It's already been funded. Now it's unlock time. So you can actually, the next unlock is close to being done, and it's actually a novel by the line developer himself, which features a character that showed up in our game. Soot is in that book, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you're interested, or if you know anyone who is interested in D&D but gayer, go check out Blue Rose on the Kickstarter.
Okay, so do you guys know that scene in SpongeBob where Plankton finally gets the Krabby Patty recipe and he's like, I don't know what to do. I didn't think I'd get this far. That's sort of how I feel about Centuria and Overdrive's relationship right now.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what's gonna happen there, but I'm freaking
Fish.
out a little bit about it. So definitely keep coming back. I'm gonna just go ahead and pass it to Andy after that.
Thank everyone for tuning in this week and putting up with me as the MC of our recap session last week. We had a lot of fun with both that and tonight's episode. So you can only find me here unless you come watch me over on our YouTube channel for Storyforge. Should be a new episode either last week or this week. Alex?
It will be this Friday.
It will be this Friday. Cool. So, new episode this Friday. Come check it out.
Andy will be teaching you how to do the evil laugh that he did earlier this session. It's
Yes.
amazing.
That's what I'll be tuning in for.
That is not an episode yet. I'm
Evil Laughter 101.
but yes. Calvin, off to you.
All right. Yeah, I'm thinking about that SpongeBob episode. That SpongeBob episode. That's exactly how I felt at the end of Fallout. If you want to go back and watch that, that's how I felt right at the last episode. If you want to know what happened there, go check that out. But yeah, I am here every Monday playing Bowman, aka Fletch Beaumont, the guy who doesn't know he's doing the voice thing, apparently. If you want to hear my voice not be gravelly, I'm over on the Win with Dice channel, where again we do a weekly GM Tip podcast, and as well as we've been streaming a whole lot of Lancer lately. We streamed just this last weekend, and I finally got to do the one thing I really wanted to do since I started playing Lancer, which is giant mech versus giant creature. So if you want to see us fight multiple Krakens, go check out that episode. And I guess that I will pass it back to Alex.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We'll be here same time next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And man, I just want to get through that fight to figure out what's going to happen with all the drama.
Right? This is a long Tuesday, but
Maybe I'll die.
Maybe everyone will die. Who knows?
No, we don't have to deal with it.
I brought Davey back just to have you kill him again.
Davey.
Davey, come back.
Awesome. Well, we are going to raid TT2KB. Looks like they're doing something called Two Guys versus Chat in tabletop role-playing games, so I'm excited to see what that's all about. But thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.